I'm going to show you the one thing that almost every PS4 user wishes they knew about a lot sooner. It has to do with charging your controller and a very easy way to actually make your PS4 controller last a lot longer. Now, most people know that in order to charge your PlayStation controller, you usually have to plug it into the console using a USB cable. However, this is actually the worst way to charge your PS4 controller, and there's a big reason why. The micro USB port on the DualShock 4 is over time known to experience issues with both charging and connecting. In some situations, the controller might even completely stop charging altogether. If your PlayStation controller won't connect to your PS4 anymore, chances are it's the USB connection itself or the cable. If you're constantly connecting and disconnecting the cable every single day to charge your controller, then over time it will start wearing out and you will have to replace the micro USB cable almost guaranteed. And this isn't so much an issue with the controller itself as it is with just micro USB in general. In fact, it is very common for these cables to just randomly stop working on their own for no apparent reason. Luckily, the PS5 does not have this problem with the DualSense thanks to the much needed USB Type-C upgrade. So what exactly can you do to prevent excess wear on your controller and unnecessary spending on micro USB cables? Well, the answer is very simple and surprisingly cheap. The one thing that almost every PS4 user wishes they started doing a lot sooner is charging their controller using the bottom EXT port. In case you didn't know, just like the PS5 DualSense, you can also charge your DualShock 4 using the somewhat mystery port on the bottom of the controller. And instead of spending money on a pack of replacement micro USB cables, you can invest in a cheap charging station for the exact same price. I actually ended up purchasing a couple different PS4 charging stations for myself, and the most affordable one was only $13 on Amazon, which is literally almost the same price as a pack of new micro USB cables. I wanted to compare two really cheap alternatives to the original DualShock 4 charging station, which is very expensive and also fun. You're able to purchase Amazon Store as well. I was really impressed by turning off this brand called Oiva. I got it. It's pretty decent and similar to the original shape and size. How it was more expensive yet. Overall, it has to be the original charging station. Unfortunately, long way so I'm currently looking for a charge PS4 and USB cable on your controller.
PlayStation 6 is coming, and it's accessible to look.
The new DualSense controller includes the triggers for the feedback. You'll feel exploding hit and drift.
Yes, it's a solution. Cloud gaming and even gameplay. The future of gaming is here.
So, what to copy it? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe for more PlayStation updates.
Just go to google.com and in search bar type DS4 Windows download. Then click on DS4 Windows download. Click on download. Then click on download again. It will download. You see, you can extract the file. You double click on this folder. You double click here again. You see the DS Windows application type here. Once you DS window, you will see this again. Okay, you have to click on this and download it now. Then you will see here it will download the exe file here. Let him download first. Once done, click on the open file again. Okay, you have to install this Windows desktop runtime. Okay, click on the next. Then click on yes again. Then it will download the Windows desktop runtime. Okay, close this one, and now you have to close all the tabs one by one. Then you double click on this one, DS Windows again. Click on yes. Then you will see here DS Windows application here. Okay. You have to install the driver here. Click on the driver, it will download here. Then what you have to do, go all time down and click on the finish. Then go here again, click on the next, agree the terms and conditions. Then click again, next, install. Then you install the software. Okay, click finish. Now you will see, you will get the controller here. Okay, the controller DS Windows EXE application software here. Now you have to connect your controller, either it's a PS4 or PS5, using USB. One of the part is connected to the computer and the one other is connected to the controller. Okay, once you connected, now you have to look on the screen. The DS window application is open. Click on the user custom files. User custom files, select the color using mouse cursor. There are many different colors you can select using the mouse color. Is green, red, whatever color you wish to select, and whenever you install on your controller, you'll get that color on your controller light bar. Now you have to close all the tabs on your computer and close this one. And I try my best to make this video. If you like the video, please subscribe and share the video. Thank you very much.
Hellfirens, give your PS4 PS5 controller to new and fancy look with this Spider-Man grips. Today I will tell you how to install Spider-Man thumb grips on PS4 PS5 controller. It's very easy to install and remove within less than a minute from your PS4 PS5 controller. These grips are waterproof and long-lasting. It will increase your controller life and give them beautiful look. These soft case protects your device from scratches and dust. Please subscribe with us for more informative videos.
One of the last step is to connect your PS4 controller to PlayStation. Is rebuild database. It will fix the issue unless your PS4 controller is broken or dead. Make sure all of your PlayStation cables are connected, including controller via USB cable. Now just hold a PlayStation button for 5 seconds. Once you listen second beep, your PlayStation will enter in a safe mode. Using controller arrow key, select rebuild database. Rebuilding the database on PS4 does not delete your games, save data or user profile. It fixes corrupted data, improve performance and can reduce system lag, freezing or loading issues. If you like the video, please subscribe for more informative videos. Thank you.
Step 1. Install HTTP Injector application. If you want to share VPN from your home Wi-Fi, make sure both console and phone are connected to the same router. Step 2. If you want to share VPN with 4G SIM card connection, first turn Wi-Fi hotspot on your phone and connect your console to your phone hotspot. Step 3. Connect to a VPN. Step 4. Open HTTP Injector on your phone. Tap I understand. Click OK. Go to Tools tab and then select Tethering Tools. Select Hotshare Non-Root. Go to Step 2 and start Hotshare. You will find the two IP addresses here in a port number on PS5 or PS4. You need to go to Settings, press Options and select Advanced Settings. Go to Proxy Server and change it to use. Enter the IP address and the port that the application gave it to you. Connect and test the internet connection to make sure that the proxy is working. If you like the video, please subscribe.
Just hold the PS button for 10 seconds until it powers off, then reconnect the micro USB, and press the PS button to pair it with the system. If the issue only happens with a certain controller that you own, you can try resetting that controller to your system. Simply go to your settings, then choose devices, then select Bluetooth devices, and then go through your list and forget your DualShock for controllers. Once you forget them in your system memory, you can then resync them back to your console. Just reconnect the micro USB and hold down the PS button. Next thing that you can try is simply doing a reset on the controller. Locate the small reset button on the back of the controller, and then use an unfolded paperclip or similar device to press on the hidden button. Gently press the button for at least 5 seconds and then let go. Now connect your controller back to the PlayStation and press the P. Next, just restart the PlayStation. If this doesn't work, then the issue could be with the charging cable itself or the USB port on your console. You can try using a different micro USB cable or a different USB port on your PlayStation and see if it helps. Another problem could be that the charging port on your controller is either dirty or damaged, so you should inspect it yourself to see if this could be the issue. Now connecting your controller with USB cable to computer to see if it's recognized the controller. You can try seeing if your controller pairs to your phone. To do this, hold down the PS button and the share button at the same time until the light bar flashes white. Now you can look through your available Bluetooth devices on your phone and see if it shows up. If all else fails, you might have to replace the controller, but hopefully one of these solutions will fix your issue. Please let us know if it's helpful in problem. If you like the video, please subscribe with us.
Hello my friends, give your PS4 PS5 controller a new vibe and improve your gameplay by choosing thumb grips that fit your style and needs. These thumb grips provide extra padding, reducing finger fatigue during long gaming sessions. These improve the texture of the joystick, preventing slipping and giving you better control. These thumb grips, as you can see, come in various colors, designs and materials, allowing you to personalize your controller to match your style. To protect the original joystick from wear and tear, extending the life of your controller. These grips are soft and flexible. These are easy to install and provide a snug fit. Offer better control for precision movements, especially useful.
How to solve unrecognized disk issue. It works 99 times. Grab your disk, Battlefront 2 in this case, take your PlayStation up, move the PlayStation to 180 degree, then move to other side 180 degree, put the PlayStation down, tap that PlayStation gently few times on top of PlayStation, give it a couple flicks, then tap on PlayStation few times and make him stand vertical. Now just see on the screen it will load the game. If you like the video, please comment and subscribe for more.
Ghost of Yutei is the second part of the best-selling action-adventure series set in feudal Japan. In 1603, Atsu sets out on a journey in the lands surrounding Mount Yutei, an area filled with sprawling grasslands, snowy tundras, and unexpected dangers. Ghost of Yutei comes to PS5 in 2025. Assassin's Creed Shadows is an upcoming action role-playing game set in feudal Japan. This vast open world is full of unexpected discoveries and wonders at a time when beauty, serenity, and tradition clash with treachery, violence, and war. Death Stranding 2 On the Beach is an upcoming action game by legendary game creator Hideo Kojima. Join them as they traverse a world beset by otherworldly enemies, obstacles, and a haunting question: should we have connected?
Just like with Mexico, they want to bring new regions into the network.
Doom: The Dark Ages is the prequel to the critically acclaimed Doom and Doom Eternal, and the third installment of the modern Doom series. A single-player action FPS that tells the epic cinematic origin story of the Doomslayer's rage.
Okay, you better get ready, because I'm about to show you Hazelight's next co-op adventure called Split Fiction. And let me tell you this, get ready for a ride. You play as Mio and Zoe, two aspiring writers that hope to get published by a new tech company that can simulate their stories to life.
I can't do this.
Please calm down. It's time. You can't shut it. No!
Accidentally, they end up in the same simulation.
What are you doing in my story? Something bad is going on here.
And there, they find out that their stories are about to get stolen.
No one escapes my simulation.
And in order to save them, they have...
If you like the video, please subscribe and leave us a comment.
That's right, you just stand in front of the camera and you'll automatically log into your console. Activating it is quite easy to do it. Just go to the settings menu, select login settings, and activate the facial recognition option. To finish, follow the instructions on the screen. Search the internet for all the information about each hidden trophy, but if you go to the trophy list of your game, look for the hidden trophy and press square. It will show you the information on what you need to do to get that specific trophy. Let's call them VIP friends. If you want the PlayStation to notify you when these VIP friends online, you can do it. You just have to press the triangle button on your friends list and select your favorite friends. How to make the image bigger? The PlayStation can help you by zooming in so everything looks a little bit bigger. You only have to activate the zoom option in the accessibility menu, and to use it, press and hold the PlayStation button plus square. The first step is to completely turn off your PlayStation. That means not to put it on rest mode, but to completely turn it off. You will also need to connect your controller to the console through the USB cable and keep the PS button pressed until you hear the power on sound twice. There you select the option to rebuild the database and you will notice the difference in speed in your console. And no, this will not erase your games or saves since this is an official procedure. Do you want it to remap your controller button? Well, now you can just go into your accessibility button, assignments, and now you can customize and reassign them to your... People don't know that if you hold down the PS button for 10 seconds, it completely disconnects and turns off your PS4 controller. Here's one that will actually save you a lot of battery life on your PS4 controller. If you go into your controller settings, you can set the dual shock light bar to dim and also turn the speaker volume all the way down. Doing this will significantly increase the battery life of your controller. If you like the video, write us comments and subscribe with us for more informative videos.
Here's how to navigate your PS4 menu screen as quick as possible. Just use the L1 and R1 buttons to skip from left to right. Need to get to your game's library as quick as possible? Well, now you can. Just hit the R1 button and you're there. Most people know that you can use the touchpad or your smartphone to type messages, but a lot of people seem to forget that you can tilt to type. Just press the R3 button when the keyboard pops up and start typing. I hope you're better at this than I am. I mentioned this one in my last video, but it's so good that it's worth mentioning again. If you don't want your friends seeing you go online when you log into your PlayStation, just hit the options button before you log in and select Login with Offline Status. Here's an easy trick that lets you quickly switch between applications. Just double tap the PS button and it takes you back to where you were. Need to go back to your messages? No problem, just double tap. It's that easy. Most people don't know that if you hold down the PS button for 10 seconds, it completely disconnects and turns off the controller. You can also hold down the PS and share button at the same time to activate Bluetooth pairing. This will let you use your controller with a smartphone, computer, or tablet. This next one actually shows you when your PlayStation controller is done charging. If you go into your settings and enable power to USB in rest mode, your light bar flashes orange while it's charging, and as the charge increases, the flashing slows down until it completely turns off when it's done. Now you'll know when that spare controller is ready to be used again. Here's one that will actually save you a lot of battery life on your PS4 controller. If you go into your controller settings, you can set the DualShock light bar to dim and also turn the speaker volume all the way down. Doing this will significantly increase the battery life of your controller, so you should do it right now. This next trick lets you take quick screenshots with no delay or lag whatsoever. Just go into your sharing and broadcast settings, then select share button control type and choose easy screenshot. Now you can click the share button and get an instant screenshot. If you do this, you'll never miss that special moment again. Here's how you can use your controller to zoom up on things that you might not be able to see. Just go into your settings, accessibility, and enable the zoom feature. Now you can press the PS and square button at the same time to zoom in, use the left analog stick to move around, and then press the circle button to cancel. Have you ever wanted to remap your controller buttons to other buttons for certain games? Well, now you can. Just go into your accessibility, button assignments, and now you can customize and reassign them to your liking. Last but certainly not least, this one does a hard reset for troubleshooting and fixing any issues that you might be having with your controller. Just use a paperclip or toothpick to hit the small reset button on the back of the controller, hold for at least 5 seconds, and then let go. Hopefully this fixes your issue. But there you guys have it. Those are all of the tips, tricks, and secret features that I know about the PS4 controller. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and found it useful or at least interesting, and if you did, make sure to leave a like rating on the video, comment below to let me know what you think, and as always, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell for post notifications. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Yawns.
We are on the brink of a new year, and with a new year comes new games. Hi folks, it's Falcon, and today on Game Ranks, the top 10 new games of the first half of 2025. At number 10 is Sid Meier's Civilization 7, the latest 4X extravaganza from Firaxis Games. Now, I'm not going to say this is like a major departure for Civilization, but they've added quite a few interesting things. First, ages. You have antiquity, exploration, and modern periods. In between each, there's crisis points where you have to decide what elements that you keep from the previous age as you move into the next. I do think that's a pretty cool sounding idea. It also is going to allow you to do some weird alternate history stuff. An example I have seen in the leaders in civilization swapping, like Benjamin Franklin. The heart of it, though, it's still Civilization. If you like previous games, I'm sure you're not going to be particularly out in the cold with what's going on here. But these are some interesting ways of mixing up the formula that I think honestly sound good. They could not be good. I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, great ideas can be executed well, and bad ideas can turn out better than you expect, so we'll have to wait for the pudding to see if the proof is in it. Civilization 7 is coming to PC, and when I say PC, I mean Windows, Mac, and Linux. It's coming to the PlayStations, the Xboxes, and Nintendo Switch as well, all on February 11th. At number 9 is Assetto Corsa Evo. You might be aware of the beloved racing simulator. It's a franchise that's been going on a while. This is the open world one. The map they've created for this one is supposedly over 600 square miles. It takes place in Nürburgring. It's real world terrain, supposedly. I don't know if it's 600 square miles of Nürburgring that are specifically recreated or if it's areas that have been combined into a map. I don't know that. I do know that the developers have a proprietary engine that they have been working on. This game's going to have a day-night cycle, dynamic weather, and apparently advanced vehicle physics. Now, as you know, vehicle physics are kind of lackluster in racing games as a whole now, whether that's arcade or simulation. So I'm interested to see exactly what they mean by enhanced vehicle physics. This one's going to have VR support as well, which I think is a good thing. Assetto Corsa Evo is coming to PC via early access, at least at first. It is going to land on PS5 and Xbox Series later, but January 16th is where you're going to see it pop up on Steam for your purchase. And number 8 is the first Berserker, Kazan, a action RPG developed by Neopol, or Neopol. I don't know how to say it. I don't want to say nipple, though. They're not going to make me. It's published by Nexon, though. It's allegedly a hardcore action RPG, and it's set in the Dungeon Fighter Online universe. Dungeon Fighter Online has been going since 2005, although we in the West didn't get it till 2015, 10 years in. This is a single-player game. It is a prequel set 800 years before, what you can do in Dungeon Fighter Online now. And it's about the first Berserker, of course, Kazan. It's kind of a cool idea, and if it turns out to be, I would guess this will become a franchise pretty quickly on account. Dungeon Fighter Online's been going for nearly 20 years at this point, has a built-in audience, and a lot of those people also like single-player games, me in particular. I have played Dungeon Fighter Online. I don't ongoingly play Dungeon Fighter Online, but I'm familiar enough that this definitely piques my interest, and also the footage looks pretty sweet. The first Berserker Kazan is coming to PS5, Xbox Series, and PC on March 27th. However, if you want to play it earlier and without paying any money, a demo is coming out on January 16th, and all the save data is transferable to the full game. I love that companies are doing this, to be frank. It's something that gets me in the door immediately. I am supportive of it. Like, demo culture was basically gone for a very long time there, and it really provides a good way to get people into your game. The flip side is you have to prove it's a good game, but for consumers, that's obviously great. I'm pretty excited about this one. First Berserker Kazan looks pretty cool. Moving on to number 7, it's Killing Floor 3, the latest installment in the co-op first-person shooter series. This one actually takes a pretty big jump where Killing Floor 1 and 2 are set in the sort of near future. This one jumps to 2091. And the reason for that is to plop you into a more dystopian, crazier world where Horzine is more powerful and the Zeds are much more advanced. I think from a gameplay perspective, it's probably a good idea because it gives them a lot of excuses to kind of go full maximalist in everything. It's a bit of a new direction, although it doesn't look supremely different from Killing Floor 1 and 2. They're touting new enemy AI in this game, which I think is good. I just love that we've gone back to talking about how good enemy AI is. Now, it's probably a result of all the AI hype, but if that gives us good NPC/enemy AI in games, I'm all for it. I don't care why, I just care that it's happening. But here's some good news for everybody who's got buddies with different consoles or platforms. Killing Floor 3 is going to have 6-player co-op, and it's cross-play across all of the platforms it's on, so PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. It doesn't have an exact date, but Killing Floor 3 is going to land in March. I'm pretty excited for it. It looks great. Looks like a big upgrade, and who wouldn't want that? And number 6 is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. As you know, the original game has gotten a lot of praise, acclaim for being a very immersive and realistic game. It doesn't look like they're switching direction. In fact, it looks like they're even more leaning into that commitment to realism. And I particularly like that they're doing that in the combat mechanics, as opposed to just being like, well, it's more unforgiving and that's more realistic. They're talking about the swordplay being much more fluid. They're talking about refining the archery system. And as a byproduct, they might be a little less forgiving. But the idea is to make them more realistic as opposed to just harder. I don't know. Some developers seem to have this weird belief that harder equals more realistic, and that's definitely not true. We'll see if it ends up being harder. I don't know. This one's actually got 2 distinct maps, so the world is quite a bit bigger. In fact, nearly double, because both maps are apparently roughly the size of the original's single map. I don't know, in a lot of ways, it really seems like this is a large upgrade from the first game. And if you enjoyed the first game, I'm sure it's going to be worth playing when it comes to PS5, Xbox Series, and PC, February 4th. Moving on to number 5, it's Atom Fall, a single-player survival action game by Rebellion Developments. This one's set in alternate history, 1960s Britain, where things went awry following the 1957 Windscale nuclear disaster. A real event, but also the point of divergence for the alternate history of the game. It's 5 years later, you're a lone survivor, and you're in a quarantine zone. That setup might give you Stalker vibes, but it's a little more oriented towards the sort of crafting and survival elements. It's not like a sandbox per se. It's a little more narrative driven, at least from the looks. I could be wrong. The combat looks fairly even-handed between melee and ranged, and looks nothing like Stalker. Like I said, The setup's kind of similar sounding, except for in Britain, but the game doesn't look particularly similar. Adamfall is going to land on the PlayStations, the Xboxes, PC, and Xbox Game Pass on March 27th. Moving on to number 4, it's Assassin's Creed Shadows, the 14th major installment of the, storied series. Let's be clear, there are some that are better than others. This game is stirring up a little bit of controversy, but if you look into what they're actually trying to do with it, I'm interested in the outcome more than the speculation. Obviously, it could be a big heaping pile of dog shit. We don't know. But Ubisoft has been saying they're leaning towards the more traditional Assassin's Creed style gameplay, which is kind of what I want to see in Assassin's Creed at this point. I like the open world stuff. I made it clear that I think both of the types of Assassin's Creed games are good. I like the old school kind just a little better, but I'm also kind of hesitant to lose the open world stuff completely. And this seems like it's very in line with what I want from an Assassin's Creed. I mean, Ubisoft has kind of painted it like a bridge between old school and new school, leaning a little bit closer to old school. I think Mirage is probably a pretty good precursor as to what exactly they're doing here. You got more stealth, more assassination, more parkour focus. They're saying that the story missions are going to be a little more linear and focused, while at the same time putting you on a pretty big map. You got Kyoto, Osaka, Iga, you got lots going on. Like I said, they've been describing it basically as what I want from Assassin's Creed at this point. So despite whatever arguments people are having about it, it has the potential to be a good game. Now again, I will say that doesn't mean it's going to be a good game. However, I have some hopes for it, and I will definitely be playing it. Assassin's Creed Shadows is coming out February 14th, Valentine's Day. It's going to be coming to PS5, Xbox, PC, and iPad, like I said, on Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's! And number 3 is Avowed, a first-person RPG coming to us from Obsidian, taking place in the Pillars of Eternity universe. I'll go ahead and say this. I'm just basically completely excited at the prospect of the people who were in charge of New Vegas making a game that looks somewhat like Skyrim. Not necessarily entirely, obviously. There's a lot of specifics to Pillars of Eternity that I'm sure will set it apart. And it's also not just a full-on open-world game. I think it's more of an open zone game. I don't know how, but Sonic Frontiers actually managed to make it so people say open zone. But I guess it's actually a decent description of what it is. They're not levels, but it's not an open world. An open level doesn't sound right. Level implies a certain amount of linearity, so I don't know why I'm getting hung up on this. Avowed looks great. It's Obsidian doing this type of a game. There's factional stuff that we know is going on, and allegedly you're going to have the same kinds of meaningful choices that you might expect from New Vegas. And again, if you like Skyrim, look at the game. There are things here that will appeal to you. This is a game that I'm pretty excited for, although I'll say it's very easy for me to get confused with certain other games that kind of have this aesthetic, and they all didn't do that great. So I'm really going to be trying to wipe the slate clean as I go into Avowed, because it's done by people who have made this type of game very well in the past, as opposed to a lot of the other games that have kind of looked like this, but they're really just somebody trying to make a game that either cashes in on the aesthetic or ideas of Skyrim. This goes way further than that. Avowed's coming February 18th to Xbox Series and PC, along with Day 1 access on Game Pass. Definitely a must-play for me. And number 2 is Split Fiction, a co-op adventure game coming from Hazelight Studios, the creators of It Takes Two, and obviously continuing on the innovations they made with that game. In this one, you take the roles of Mio and Zoe, who are two different writers, a science fiction writer and a fantasy writer, and basically it takes them through an adventure that you could probably figure out exactly what it is, combines both worlds and makes them have to collaborate. I don't know, actually a pretty good idea for an adventure game. Something else that I think is really cool, you have to play it co-op, obviously, it's a split-screen game, but they're doing something pretty cool here called the Friends Pass. If you want to play the game with a friend and they don't own the game, you can invite them to join the adventure, and it doesn't matter what platform they've got, it's all cross-platform, and frankly, that's cool as shit. The game's coming out on PS5, Xbox Series, and PC March 6th. And finally, at number 1 is Monster Hunter Wilds. I mean, this is going to be a big one. it's kind of hard to avoid Monster Hunter. Now, this is a game that's not necessarily known for its story. It's more known for its gameplay, and it looks like they're advancing a lot of it. I'm very happy with the direction they're taking because Monster Hunter World is this big, sprawling thing. It does a great job at everything that it does. And then they released Monster Hunter Rise a little bit later for Switch and then ported it to PC. And it has a slightly more vertical approach. And it looks like they're taking the sort of Monster Hunter World base and moving it in the Rise direction. That, to me, automatically gets me in the door because I really enjoyed Monster Hunter Rise, specifically Rise. It's not that I didn't enjoy World. I actually love the hell out of World, but it's pretty old at this point. And Monster Hunter Rise, to be frank, looks like it's older than Monster Hunter World because it was designed firstly for Switch. Wilds just looks like a worldified Rise, if that makes sense. I don't know. I don't know if I'm saying smart things here or not. We got cross-platform 4-player cooperative multiplayer, so I mean, this is going to be a fun one for you and your buddies. And it will be landing on PS5, Xbox Series, and PC February 28th. I do have a quick bonus game for you. Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta is allegedly coming out the first half of 2025. If you're unaware, it's a full remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, including all of the original voice cast. Allegedly, there's a couple of new lines from a few people, but it's not like a re-recording of the whole game. It mainly preserves the original. And obviously, it's a much better looking game, uses Unreal Engine 5, but allegedly, they're doing everything possible to maintain the gameplay, at least with some modern quality of life conveniences. I'm personally super excited for when it lands on PS5, Xbox Series, and Windows, hopefully first half. I don't want to wait that long for it. It looks great. I do have hopes that this does well and they decide, maybe all of the Metal Gear Solids deserve this treatment. Hell, contract Kojima Productions to finish up Metal Gear Solid 5 when you redo.
Hello, my friends. Give your PS4 or PS5 controller new look with this cute thumb grips. Today I will show you how you install Luigi thumb grips on your PS4 PS5 controller. It's simple and easy. Less than a minute you give your controller new look with these grips, which makes you very comfort to play any game. If you think this information was helpful, please comment and
In stick drift issue while playing game, characters start moving slowly or certain direction, so I am going to show you 3 quick ways to try and fix this. First, we're going to reset controller to see if it's just a controller issue. Back of the controller, find this small hole, use the toothpick or something small and push in that button for 5 seconds. This will reset your controller. And then you're going to plug in via micro USB to USB into your PS4, turn on your PS4, and then once it's fully booted up, turn on the controller to resync it back to your PS4. If first method doesn't work, then second step is going to be cleaning your controller, so you're going to get a Q-tip with some spray and clean all around the edges of inside of your joystick to remove any dirt or excess particles that might be causing the stick drift problem, and if that's not working, then simply use blower on the areas around the edges of your analog sticks to try and dislodge or move any particles that might be tripping up your sensors causing stick drift. The third steps, you're going to push in your analog sticks for 10 seconds, and then after those 10 seconds, you're going to want to rotate them clockwise for 10 seconds, and then rotate them counterclockwise for 10 seconds, and then push them in again for 10 seconds, and if that doesn't solve your stick drift problem, you have to replace your analog sticks, which I don't recommend trying on your own. You will get thumbstick under £10 on Amazon and visit any local repair center, they will do for you. If you like this video, please give your comments and subscribe with us. How to set password on PS4. Just go to settings, then go to login settings, and we're going to go to login passcode management. Now if you've never put a password on it before, all you need to simply do is put in a new login password, so I'm going to do that right now. And now we officially have a password on this account, so if you want to test it, you want to press and hold the PlayStation button on your controller. From here we're going to go to power and we're going to go to log out of PS4, and now when we try and sign back into this account, it's going to ask us to put in this password, so we test here. Yes, enter your login passcode for your PS4. Now we have a password on your PS4. Please write comments if you like video. Please subscribe for more.
The PS5 Slim console is currently available at a reduced price of $75 or £399, presenting an appealing option for prospective buyers. Additionally, the Fortnite bundle is offered at the same price, featuring exclusive in-game content. In a similar vein, DualSense controllers are now discounted by $20 or £20, with a variety of colors available, including the new Chroma collection. This price drop creates an excellent opportunity for gamers to upgrade their controllers. For those seeking premium features, the DualSense Edge controller stands out with adjustable triggers and customizable buttons tailored for competitive play. While it delivers enhanced functionality, it comes at a higher price point. Meanwhile, the PSVR 2 headset has seen a significant price reduction of around $200, making it an enticing choice for VR enthusiasts. This headset package also includes 2 Sense controllers to enhance the immersive experience. For collectors, the Spider-Man 2 Collector's Edition is attractively priced at £50 or $150. This edition comes complete with the Ultimate Game version, a collectible statue, and a stylish steelbook, making it a great find for fans. Shifting focus to monitors, the LG Ultra Gear 32-inch 4K OLED monitor stands out as an exceptional choice, now available at a discount. Its features make it ideal for gaming across multiple platforms. Additionally, several other OLED monitor options are on sale, including ultra-wide and curved displays. These monitors support high-performance gaming with a 240Hz refresh rate, seeing price reductions of approximately 40%. On the laptop front, the LG Gram lineup showcases lightweight models, notably the 17-inch version, which is now offered at a remarkable $500 discount. These laptops are perfectly suited for both work and academic use. Lastly, numerous PS5 accessories, such as customizable covers and headsets, are on sale this week, providing gamers with various options to enhance their gaming experience. Discounts extend to both digital and physical games, ensuring a wide array of choices. One notable feature is the ability to mute all audio and the microphone simultaneously by holding the mute button, which streamlines user control. Trophy hunters can save considerable time by uncovering all hidden trophies at once rather than one at a time, significantly enhancing their gaming experience. Users can personalize their gaming interface by pinning favorite games, ensuring they remain readily accessible amidst the most recently played titles. Switching to offline mode is straightforward, whether you choose to do it before turning off your PS5 or via the app, allowing for uninterrupted play without tracking. You can create game lists to categorize your collection by genres or family members, enabling better organization and quicker access to various types of games. Controlling notifications during gameplay significantly reduces distractions. Adjusting these settings helps you maintain focus on your gaming experience without interruptions. Learn to customize your controller's quick action menu by rearranging or hiding icons, which streamlines access to your frequently used settings. Explore storage expansion options for your PS5, including external drives or M.2 SSD installations, which dramatically increase your gaming library's storage capacity. Consider subscribing to PlayStation Plus, which provides access to free monthly games. By adding these games to your library, you retain them for as long as your subscription remains active. Pre-registering for beta updates on the PlayStation website allows early access to new features, a simple process that can greatly enhance your overall gaming experience. The PlayStation app includes various management tools, such as checking trophy progress and managing console storage, while also allowing downloads directly to your PS5. Share Play enables friends to join your games without needing their own copies, fostering a community experience that enhances multiplayer gameplay. Sharing gameplay is made easy with options for inviting friends as co-players or granting remote control, significantly enriching the social gaming experience. The PS5 simplifies capturing and sharing screenshots and videos through a mobile app, making it convenient to post on social media platforms. Customizable settings for difficulty and performance can be preset across games, allowing players to tailor their gaming experience precisely to their preferences. Accessing your gameplay hours and comparing them with friends has become more intuitive with the latest beta software updates, now available directly on the home screen. The DualSense controller features an LED light that changes colors based on game activity, with adjustable brightness and customizable audio and vibration settings. Various tips and tricks enhance the PS5 gaming experience, including quickly muting all audio and revealing hidden trophies, significantly improving gameplay efficiency.
Whether you play on PS5, PS4, Xbox, or Switch, thumb grips provide a serious upgrade to your gaming experience. Here's why they are a must-have for every gamer. Improved grip control. Prevent slipping, no more losing control due to sweaty hands. More precision helps with aiming in FPS games like Call of Duty Fortnite. Better handling makes movement smoother in racing and sports games. Reduces finger-thumb fatigue, less pressure on thumbs, reduces strain during long gaming sessions. More comfortable feel, helps prevent blisters or discomfort. Protects your controller, prevents stick wear. Avoids damage to the analog stick rubber, reduces stick drift, keeps the sticks in better condition over time. Customization performance boost, different heights, textures, adjust your stick for better precision or faster movement, add style, choose from cool colors, designs to match your setup, best thumb grips for different games, FPS, Call of Duty, Apex Legends, Fortnite, raised grips for better aim control, racing sports, FIFA, Gran Turismo, NBA 2K, concave grips for smoother movement, casual or general gaming, standard grips for extra comfort protection. Should you get thumb grips, diff? You want better control and prevent stick wear, then yes, if you play games competitively, they give you a performance edge. Yes, if you game for long hours, they reduce fatigue, increase comfort. Yes, give you controller a professional look, then yes, if you like the video, please subscribe with us more information videos. Whether your PlayStation 4 keeps disconnecting from Wi-Fi or you can't get your system online at all, we're here to help you fix PS4 network issues. Here's how to get your system back online as normal. Any network troubleshooting should begin with a restart of all affected equipment. You can clear up many temporary issues by doing so, and it's a quick step to get out of the way first. First, restart your network by rebooting your router and modem, or your combination device that handles both. If they have a power button on the back, use that to turn them off and wait a minute before turning them back on. If your devices don't have a power button, unplug the power cord instead, after your network equipment starts back up. Restart your PS4. To do so, press and hold the PS button on the controller to open the quick menu. On that menu, open the power section and select Restart PS4. Don't choose Enter Rest Mode, this is a low power state that doesn't fully shut down the system. Once everything has restarted, see if your PS4 connects to Wi-Fi as normal. If it doesn't work, you should next make sure you can get online on a computer or other device in your home. Assuming everything else connects to Wi-Fi except your PS4, move on to the below steps. If nothing will get online, your PS4 isn't the problem, you need to troubleshoot your home network. Another worthwhile early troubleshooting step is confirming your PS4 will connect to your mobile hotspot. The issue lies with your network. If not, your PS4 is malfunctioning. Simple reboot didn't fix PS4 issues and a built-in network test. On your PlayStation 4, or failed IP received an IP address from your router. If it fails, your PS4 is not connecting to the router properly. Internet connection. The router and the internet. PlayStation Network checks whether you may be on a network. While less likely, the issue may also lie on Sony's end. If your computer passes the PS4, in addition, you may want to test if features are working. There are tests that can help. T-type, NAT type. Type 1 means your system is connected directly there unless your PlayStation directly connected to your modem. You shouldn't see this. Type 2 means that you're connected to the internet through a router, which is what most people will see. Type 3 means that your system can't use all the ports necessary, which often causes instability. Connection speed. These are estimates of how fast your PS4 can download and upload data. Even if you've connected successfully, a low value can indicate your PS4 Wi-Fi is too slow. Now that you have a better idea of your issue, let's look at various steps to fix bad Wi-Fi on PS4. If your PS4 won't connect to your router at all, the obtain IP address check will fail. In these cases, you should make sure you have the right Wi-Fi network information set. Go to Settings and Network, set up Internet connection, use Wi-Fi Easy and run through the steps again to reconnect to your network. Pay attention when entering the Wi-Fi password. An incorrect password is a common mistake. Try changing your DNS settings to use a third-party provider instead of your ISP servers. To do this, select Custom instead of Easy. You don't need to tweak any of the other options, so choose Automatic for IP address settings, then do not specify for DHCP hostname. At the DNS settings screen, choose Manual and enter the information for an alternate DNS server. If you can't decide, try setting primary DNS to 8.8.8.8 and secondary DNS to 8.8.4.4 for Google's public DNS servers. Confirm this, then choose Automatic for the MTU settings and do not use for proxy server. From there, you can test the connection again. Reliability on your PS4. It's susceptible to interference. By going to Settings and Network, using the signals. If this is below 80%, you should try improving apps. Move your PS4 closer to your router. The further away your system is from the router, the weaker the Wi-Fi signal will be. If at all possible, move the two physically closer together, reduce interference. Wi-Fi doesn't travel well through solid metal, concrete, and other thick surfaces. You may also experience reduced Wi-Fi performance if there are microwaves. Also, network devices will subsume bandwidth. Shutting down phones and games they're downloading large files, streaming 4K or similar. You may need home internet plans for speeding if you suspect this is the problem. You should also avoid using any VPN. Depending on your PS4 model, you might also be able to connect to the 5 GHz band on your router for a more consistent signal. The PS4 Slim and PS4 Pro can use the 5 GHz band, but the original model PS4 cannot. Compared to 2.4 GHz, 5 GHz connections are often faster and not subject to as much interference, but don't travel as far. If your PS4 is close to your router and you have a compatible model, it's worth trying the 5 GHz band as a potential solution. There's a chance that the PlayStation Network is down, which will prevent you from connecting to its online services. While especially if PlayStation Network sign-in failed during your test earlier, check Sony's PSN status page to make sure everything has the green light. You can also do this on your PS4 at Settings and Network. View status of PlayStation Networks. Too much other than wait for Sony to fix the problem. Stick to an offline game for the time being. If you're still having an issue, there's a chance that a setting in your router is blocking your PS4 from getting online. Make sure you haven't restricted router traffic for your PS4. For example, there may be parental controls or MAC address filtering in place. If you saw type 3 under NAT type in the connection test or only have a problem in certain games, you may need to forward ports in your router so your PS4 can communicate properly. See Sony support page about the PS4 network test for a list of which ports need forwarding for PSN services. And check the documentation for your particular game to find its applicable ports. Note that if you're having this problem on a school or work network, the institution likely has PSN blocked. There's not much you can do unless you manage the network. If your PS4 won't reliably connect to your Wi-Fi, try enabling the guest network on your router and connecting to that on your PS4 instead. While it might sound strange, this solved a problem I had years ago when my PS4 wouldn't connect to the router but everything else did. Some GameFAQs threads have also recommended this method, particularly on the original model of PS4, which I have. The guest network can work differently depending on your router. In some cases, it's simply a separate network name with its own password. When I had this problem, the guest network appeared as an open connection that you could connect to without a password, but then required you to open the Internet browser app on your PS4 and sign in using the guest network password. There's another important factor that might lead you to this method. The PS4 does not support WPA3 Wi-Fi security. If your router uses this modern security standard, you'll need to change it to WPA2 for your PS4 to get online. In my testing, the hybrid WPA3-WPA2 setting doesn't work. It must be WPA2 alone. If you want to avoid using this older security method on your main network, you can enable WPA2 on your guest network and connect your PS4 to that. Depending on your router, the guest network may kick you offline at regular intervals. Keep this in mind so you don't get booted from an important multiplayer match. While one or more of the above fixes will hopefully help when your PS4 Wi-Fi signal is too weak or won't work at all, a wired connection is always better. Hardwiring your PS4 to your router using an Ethernet cable will result in a more stable connection with faster data speeds. If possible, we recommend using a network cable to get your PS4 online. Even if you can't do so long-term, try connecting with an Ethernet cable and checking for PS4 system updates, which might fix your Wi-Fi issue. In case this isn't an option for you, try using power line adapters, which run an Ethernet connection over the power lines in your home. You simply plug one unit into the wall by your router and another near your console. While not as good as a true Ethernet cable, it's more stable than Wi-Fi. Now you know what to do when your PS4 Wi-Fi has stopped working or becomes unreliable. Hopefully, you're able to patch it up so you can get to playing online again. If nothing else worked, you might consider calling your internet service provider to ask about any internet filters or similar blocks it has applied. Otherwise, you can factory reset your PS4 as a dire last step.
The packaging of the PS5 Pro features subtle branding and images of all previous PlayStation consoles, effectively highlighting the rich legacy of the PlayStation brand. Accompanying the PS5 Pro are an array of accessories, including extra controllers, designed to enhance the overall experience for both collectors and dedicated fans. The PS5 Pro's gray color scheme evokes the original PlayStation aesthetic, offering a nostalgic touch that pays tribute to the iconic PS1. Additionally, the console showcases a retro PlayStation logo akin to the PS1, along with a 30th anniversary emblem that amplifies its nostalgic charm. This special edition PS5 Pro matches the specifications of the standard model, while presenting a unique look that distinguishes it from other consoles. Among the included accessories is a limited edition poster featuring various designs that creatively highlight the PlayStation logo, constructed from an array of consoles and accessories, adding significant collectible value. The console features a customizable disk drive cover, allowing users the flexibility to choose whether to utilize it with or without a disk drive, enhancing its overall design versatility. This anniversary edition also comes with a color match stand, setting it apart from standard console bundles, and allowing for a vertical display that enhances its visual appeal. The included accessories showcase nostalgic designs, such as a USB cover mimicking a PS1 cable and retro-themed stickers, both celebrating PlayStation's rich history and providing functional use. The DualSense Edge controller introduces customizable features like adjustable triggers and remappable rear buttons, significantly enriching the gaming experience for serious players. The bundle also features a specially designed charging dock that complements the retro aesthetic of the controllers, which is offered exclusively with the console and not for separate sale. Upon powering up, the console greets users with the iconic PlayStation startup logo and sound, accompanied by an exclusive dynamic wallpaper accessible to all PS5 Pro users.
Just to show you that I don't have anything on my wallet, you can see my wallet is showing zero balance. So we have to add money in our account. One of the ways I like to do it is to head on over to the settings cogwheel. And from here, we're going to go to users and accounts. Once we're here, click on account after it takes a second to load, and we're going to go down to payment and subscriptions. So under payment and subscriptions, there's a number of different things you can do here. You can add your Visa, you can attach your PayPal if you'd like to pay that way, or you can redeem codes that you've picked up from a store if you have a gift card. Now we're actually going to be using a Visa card, so why don't we head on down to add funds? And I already have one attached. If you don't, you just put in your information, and we're going to purchase $5 worth. So this is nice and quick. We just press yes, and this will add funds to our account. Now there's also a couple of options down here as well. Subscription services, purchase settings, etc., etc. if you wanted to make sure that your kids don't steal any of your money from your Visa card. So we're going to head on backwards towards the PlayStation Store, and just to show you that it's actually worked, I'm going to head on back up here to this top part, and you'll see $5 has been added. Hopefully this video was helpful. If it was, be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in next video.
Hello my friends, a midnight black DualSense Edge controller. Smooth, glossy, fascinating with a matte black finish that starkly contrasts the original white version. This design not only captivates the eye but also beckons to gamers craving a stealthy, sophisticated appearance. As we look deeper, the video unveils a side-by-side comparison of the midnight black controller alongside its white counterpart, bringing to light the powerful aesthetic, shifts and functional enhancements of this new design. Could this be the upgrade that transforms your gaming experience forever? But what makes the DualSense Edge truly stand out? It boasts remarkable features such as haptic feedback and adaptive triggers, coupled with customizable rear buttons that allow for an intense gameplay experience. Imagine tailoring your controls to fit your unique style. How would that change the way you play? And that's not all. This controller bridges the gap between platforms, offering compatibility with both PS5 and PC. The versatility it provides entices a broader spectrum of gamers, How many possibilities does this open up for you? Now picture the PlayStation Portal remote player, granting gamers the liberty to indulge in PS5 games from any location. As long as a reliable Wi-Fi connection exists, this paradigm shift marks a monumental step forward for mobile gaming. Where will your gaming adventures take you next? The Midnight Black handheld device mirrors this sleek style, delivering the same impressive features as its standard counterpart, captivating those who lean towards a more understated aesthetic. Could this be the perfect combination of elegance and functionality that you've been seeking? In parallel, the Pulse Elite wireless headset emerges, boasting AI-enhanced noise rejection and a retractable microphone that amplifies your audio experience during intense gaming sessions. With its stylish and comfortable design, how might this elevate your gameplay? Then we have the Pulse Explore wireless earbuds, engineered to support the PS5's Tempest 3D audio, while showcasing a charging case adorned with the iconic PlayStation logo. These earbuds are designed for both gaming and everyday use. What new dimensions could they bring to your acoustic experience? Finally, behold the entire Midnight Black collection, presenting a unified and stealthy aesthetic for the PS5. This collection, replete with console covers and the striking black DualSense controller, calls out to the special look. Could this be the ultimate for your gaming setup?
The Midnight Black PS5 DualSense controller is a sleek, stylish alternative to the standard white DualSense, offering the same great features in an all-black design. Here's a detailed review. Design aesthetics. The Midnight Black colorway gives the controller a more classic PlayStation look, reminiscent of older DualShock controllers. The matte black finish helps reduce fingerprint smudges, retains the subtle microtexture grip with PlayStation symbols, enhancing grip and comfort. Build quality. Comfort, ergonomics remain excellent, with a comfortable hand feel and well-placed triggers and thumbsticks, same solid build as the original white DualSense, with no noticeable difference in materials or durability. Performance features, haptic feedback and adaptive triggers feel immersive, especially in supported games like Astro's Playroom and Returnal. Responsive buttons and thumbsticks with precise movement. Battery life is around 8 to 12 hours, depending on haptic and trigger intensity. USB-C charging remains efficient, but still not significantly improved from the original. Pros cons, white heavy checkmark sleek, stealthy black design, white heavy checkmark same great DualSense features, haptics, adaptive triggers, etc. Checkmark. Comfortable and well built, white heavy checkmark no difference in performance from standard DualSense. Crossmark battery life could be better, crossmark still prone to stick drift over time, same as the white version. Crossmark pricier than third-party alternatives. Verdict, is it worth it? If you love the black aesthetic and need an extra controller, the Midnight Black DualSense is a fantastic choice. It performs identically to the standard white version but looks more premium. However, if you already own a working DualSense, there's no major functional reason to upgrade. It's all about the color preference. If you like the information, please comment and subscribe our channel for informative videos.
Launching on March 4th, 2 Point Museum allows players to manage exhibitions and staff in a distinctive business simulation experience, appealing particularly to fans of relaxed and creative gameplay. In a notable development, Age of Mythology, the revered strategy game, is being remastered for the PlayStation 5. This upgrade offers players an opportunity to build civilizations while confronting mythical adversaries, all enhanced by upgraded graphics. Both of these titles place a strong emphasis on cooperative gameplay and teamwork, drawing in fans of interactive experiences like A Way Out and It Takes Two. They promise a captivating mix of engaging narratives and interactive challenges. Additionally, Split Fiction, set to release on March 6th, provides a cooperative gameplay experience where players traverse 2 parallel universes. Collaboration is essential as players work together to solve puzzles and meet various challenges. Meanwhile, Revenge of the Savage Planet emerges as a sequel that invites players into bizarre alien environments brimming with humor and adventure.
Gamma will explore vibrant vaults, guard-herring equipment and battling formidable creatures.
Furthermore, Revenge of the Savage Planet includes co-op gameplay options, enabling players to enjoy the game together, whether online or sharing a couch. This significantly enhances the overall gaming experience. The HD remaster of Suren 1 and 2 rejuvenates the classic RPG experience, featuring updated graphics and new features that cater to both nostalgic fans and new players alike. In another exciting announcement, WWE 2K25 introduces a new island mode and intergender matches, broadening gameplay options and enhancing interaction within the WWE universe. This edition aims to deepen and diversify the player experience. A new cozy game titled W is set for release on March 11th, offering players a chance to manage a tea shop while exploring a magical forest filled with personal stories and adventures. Coming soon, Assassin's Creed Shadows, launching on March 20th, promises an open-world experience set in late 1500s Japan. Players will engage with two protagonists, each possessing unique abilities and gameplay styles. The game boasts dynamic visuals, featuring changing weather and day-night cycles, which together create an immersive environment ideal for stealth or combat gameplay. Adding to the excitement, the first Berserker showcases intense combat mechanics and a riveting backstory rooted in themes of betrayal and vengeance, set 800 years prior to the DNF events. Players assume the role of Kazan, the first Berserker, navigating a formidable world. Lastly, Atom Fall merges survival gameplay with a compelling narrative, as players explore a reimagined British countryside while uncovering the truth behind a historical disaster. The game emphasizes the importance of scavenging, crafting, and managing stress levels. The video further highlights other prominent titles slated for release in March, including MLB The Show 25 and Rise of the Ronin, showcasing a diverse array of gaming genres that cater to a wide range of players. Excitement continues to build around these upcoming titles.
There are two ways that you can connect a DualShock 4 controller to a PS5, wired or wirelessly. To use a wired connection, you'll need a micro USB cable. Plug the micro USB cable into the DualShock 4 controller, then connect it to the PS5 via one of its USB ports. Press and hold the PlayStation button centered between the analog sticks on the controller. Wait for the lights to flash. Your controller should now be linked to your PS5. After connecting the DualShock 4 controller to a PS5, you can remove the micro USB cable to use the controller wirelessly. However, if you'd prefer to skip this step and wirelessly connect your PS4 controller to a PS5 via Bluetooth, it couldn't be easier. Navigate to the settings menu depicted by the cog icon on the PS5 home screen. Select Accessories, then Bluetooth Accessories. If you've previously connected a PS4 controller to your PS5, you should see the controller as DualShocked under Registered Accessories. To connect a new DualShock 4 controller, put it into pairing mode, turn the controller off, and press and hold the share button and the PlayStation button at the same time until the lights flash quickly. Under Accessories found, select the PS4 controller and press X. If you ever want to remove a PS4 controller from a PS5, you can select it from the Registered Accessories list by pressing X, then selecting Delete. It's a very simple process, but one that's worth knowing if you encounter any issues. If you like the information, please like and subscribe with us for more information.
Hello my friends, today I'm going to give you a very important tip when it comes to purchasing PlayStation 5 controller. Whether you're replacing your old, defective controller or want to buy a new PS5 controller, there's one thing that you should keep in mind before you unbox your new controller. You may be familiar with the common issues stick drift or loose triggers that can happen over time with PS5 controllers. In fact, a durability investigation confirmed that the average PS5 controller has just 417 total hours of playtime, which means the average user could end up needing to replace their controller every couple years. But if you want your next controller to last as long as possible, there's one thing that I will tell you. On your new controller, you want to turn it over and check the FCC ID inscripted on the back. It'll basically read as a bunch of random numbers and capital letters. But look closely and focus your attention to the very end of the ID itself. If you see the number 1, your controller is more susceptible to experience issues like stick drift and loose triggers in the long term. But if you see the letter A, then this means you are actually less likely to experience these issues. And reason why is because recently Sony made a few mechanical improvements to the newly built DualSense controllers, specifically to the thumbsticks and the adaptive triggers. And the easiest way to tell if your new controller has these improvements built in without completely taking it apart is to simply look at the FCC ID. If you see the letter A at the end of the ID, then your controller has the improved thumbsticks and triggers. But if it says the number 1, you might want to consider returning it, as these controllers are made with the original parts and do not have the mechanical improvements. A way to guarantee that your next controller will have the new improvements is to purchase a DualSense controller from the Galaxy collection. Look for Starlight Blue, Galactic Purple, or Nova Pink, as all these controllers were built with the improved triggers and thumbsticks. Otherwise, you can just check the FCC ID on the back of your controller and look for the letter A at the end of the ID. It's a sign that your controller will hold up much better in the long term. But now you know exactly what to check after purchasing a new PlayStation 5 controller and how to make sure it'll last as long as possible. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video, and if you found it useful or at least interesting, and if you did, make sure to leave a like rating, comment below to let me know what you think, and as always, stay safe.
Marvel Spider-Man Remastered, PS5, Tips Tricks. If you're swinging into Spider-Man Remastered on PS5, here are some essential tips to make the most of your time as the web slinger. 1. Master the web swinging. Holder 2. Don't tap. Let Spidey swing smoothly instead of jerky motions. Use point launch. Press L2 or 2 near ledges, then tap X for a speed boost. Web zipping. Tap X mid-swing for quick momentum boosts. 2. Combat like a pro. Perfect dodge for focus when Spider Sense turns blue. Press O for a perfect dodge. Earns focus, slows time. Use gadgets in fights. Impact web bombs or game changers against groups. Mix combos, air attacks. Hold, keep you safe from ground enemies. 3. Upgrade the right skills first. Best early skills, perfect dodge. Get a free web shot on enemies when dodging perfectly. Quick zip, chain web zips faster for better mobility. Aerial tricks, stylish flips in midair for bonus XP. 4. Stealth is key for some missions. Man detective, perch takedowns, stay on high ground and pick off enemies silently. Web strike takedown, fast stealth attack but use wisely, it makes noise. Distraction webs, shoot webs at objects to lure enemies away. 5. Explore collect for easy XP school backpacks, each one contains lore grants XP, landmarks, photograph famous NYC spots for XP, crime stopping, random crimes pop up. Stopping them gives XP tokens. 6. Use the right suits mods t-shirt, classic suit, web blossom, great for crowd control, advanced suit, battle focus, helps heal faster in fights, suit mods, equip mods that increase defense or XP gain early on. 7. Don't ignore side missions, challenges, pushpin, taskmaster challenges. Completing these earns challenge tokens for upgrades, research stations, fun mini objectives with useful rewards, secret photo ops, hidden around NYC for extra XP. 8. Fast travel exists, but swinging is fun. Train, use fast travel. After unlocking districts, subways help when in a rush. Swinging is faster sometimes, especially with point launches. Quick zips. By following these tips, you'll master Spider-Man Remastered and make NYC your playground. Spiderweb collision, need help with a specific mission or boss fight? Let me know. Smiling face with smiling eyes. If you like the Vito Informatic, please subscribe with us.
To get through, let's do this. First, did you know your PS5's mic is on by default? When joining a multiplayer game, everyone can hear all your conversations, munching on food, or even the bad singing people do sometimes. To fix this permanently, go into your settings to sound and microphone. Look for microphone status when logged in and switch this to mute. Now you are safe. Every time you log into your PS5, you are muted right away. To be sure of this, check for the light on your controller. Here's another great thing about that mute button, which I adore. Instead of tapping it, hold it for a second and everything will be muted. The microphone, the speaker, and the TV all fall silent. Perfect.
video, I'm going to show you the one thing that almost every PS4 user wishes they knew about a lot sooner. It has to do with charging your controller and a very easy way to actually make your PS4 controller last a lot longer. Now, most people know that in order to charge your